Ladies and gentlemen, Virtus.pro versus OG. We'll start with a pause. I'm Odie Pixel, and I'm here with Fog. This should be an exciting one. We've got, well, what I'm excited. We've got the Invoker. I'm excited for some No One Invoker. And a draft overall from VP, as so the panel said, they feel is pretty good against what OG's decided to turn up to this match with.
Yeah, I do feel like they've covered their bases pretty well on the side of VP. I know we've seen OG, they ran similar to this quite a bit, but their lanes, and this is a concern, right? When you're talking about lanes and you're looking at a team, you look at VP, they've got a Spectre and Invoker on their team, so you're like, oh, these two heroes, they're kind of weak laners, right? I look at OG's, and I feel like their lanes are kind of weak in this one. I feel like they're getting pressured so much from this NP. I think Oracle was a great pick here. So I think if OG does okay in these lanes, I think their mid-game team fight is still pretty strong, right? You look at VPs and they can kind of suffer a little bit inside the mid-game team fight unless Invoker has a pretty good start, which I think he's going to do Quas Wex, so he should be able to fight okay around that mid-game too versus OG, which, I mean, it's a Quas Wex versus a Necro and an Ember, potentially. If he does go for this build, he's gone for the exit at the start right now. He might go for, like, the 2-2-2 or the 2-0-2, and then you decide how many points you want to put in Wex afterwards, maybe 4 points in Wex there. But yeah, it's a very good game for Tornado because you can dispel the Ghost Shroud, EMP as well is very strong versus Ember.
Well, we'll see how OG's going to start off in terms of their positions with the lanes. At the moment, you have the Shaker, the Drow, and the Ember coming down towards that bottom rune to start off for the fight. They know that it's going to be the Spectre here on the safe lane, so maybe feeling that they could go for the 2 runes down here. We'll see if they do try and contest. And for now, Seb on that top lane, Necrophos all on his lonesome. Abaddon is there to start with. We'll see how much he sticks around. Does depend what VP send up against it, and it is just the Sand King up top for now.
Yeah, pretty rare to see this actually being done. Is Roger playing the NP, by the way? Usually it's solo or Pasha. Yeah. It's a Roger
I don't know the precise numbers on how many times we have seen a Roger MP, but it cannot be a lot.
I can't think it's that many. Just because the other two like tend to play it the majority of the time. So it's a pretty interesting change up here.
I mean, why do you think they did make that change up?
I think solo is just much more comfortable on the Oracle, right? He's going to be able to play this when he's played it so many times, and yeah, I'm not sure. I think they're still going to farm prioritize on the NP, but it's an incredibly good Oracle game, just like the panel was mentioning. I mean, he's great versus the Necro, he's great versus the Ember in the aggressive potential, but in the defensive potential in this game, I mean, Fate's Edict alone is insane to block out both of that Necro and Ember's damage. So let's see how these lanes are being set up at the start. As we said, Seb and Noto will be the ones starting top, and they're having the Drow and the Earthshaker down bottom. So they're trying to avoid Drow just getting it completely destroyed by some Sand King up top, like Sand King Nature's Prophet, and he just can't really help do anything. So at least now they'll be able to pull the lane back, and Drow can get something down here.
I mean, isn't it sort of a hard lane for Jerax to offer a lot of support help, as well as melee support against these ranged hard hitters like the Nature's Prophet and Oracle combo that's going to be starting down here?
It's just Shaker in a nutshell, right? Like, Shaker does not contribute the most in a lane besides that fissure early on. Once he gets his level 2, then you can start actually walking up and threatening with your enchant totem with your boots, because you actually hit pretty hard, but before that, yeah, you're pretty weak.
Oh, up top, quite a lot of damage being done here to Pash. He's got the level 1 Sandstorm though. We'll be fine for now. Well, they just have to be a little careful. They do have that 1 sentry down in the trees, OG.
More mist coils, no tell. Forces the salve already.
And I mean, what sort of time do you expect to see VP start to stray away from having the 3 down here? Like, does the Prophet need to go top and sort of sit side by side with the SK, or do you just try and leave that SK on his own for as long as you can get away with?
No, I think they're going to start moving around. They're going to move around Roger pretty soon. Maybe as soon as he hits level 2, he can just start teleporting. Just right now, zoning Ana. I think zoning your Drow range, zoning the enemy Drow Ranger, and giving Ramses full free farm is probably the most important thing. So unless a tri-lane situation happens, you might move your supports. So right now, No-Tail actually goes bottom, and immediately Solo actually ported to the top lane at the same time. So
and with that in mind, they're going to get the block off on Roger. With this movement down bottom, they've got that extra bit of punch from No-Tail, and Jerax gets a brilliant angle to shut off the Nature's Prophet escape.
Yeah, and this little lane switch that they kind of did, I was a little worried that they might get a bit pressured because that Shaker can't actually help too much. So Necro's actually getting the farm at least. Drow only 2 last hits, but gets a kill.
Yeah, we'll see if that does allow Ana to get his farm back on track with that backup now of the 2 supports in the area. The mid lane matchup as it goes, No One versus Topson, 10 for 3, 9 for 3. Pretty even between the two of them. Topson does have an extra wave, though, ahead to farm underneath the tower, so we'll be a couple ahead of no one in CS.
Seb's farm should start to slow down a little bit up top. He was 10-4 before. I think he's only gotten about 1 in the next like 2 creep waves just because they brought solo up here. So there's actually a little bit of threat. Even though he has boots, when you're stepped up this far away from your tower versus these double disables, you have to be just a bit more careful for yourself on this Necrophos.
Right, well, so he's got the couple of fairy fires and does still have that salve to have been forced to have used it in the lanes. A decent amount of regen to deal with the harassment that is going to be there.
Jerax body blocking a Forge Spirit down bottom to make sure Topson get the rune, and he does. Okay. That was, I mean, a funny, yeah, look at that tip. He actually just literally body blocked it the whole way toward the bottom lane.
An important thing to do, I mean, yeah, especially when you're laning against that Invoker, you know that no one in particular is always going to be after denying those runes.
Yeah. I'm really curious. I'm going to be watching which skill builds no one's going for. Because right now it is the 2-0-2, and then we're going to see how much, if he chooses to vary. Because he does have Sanking also to set up for Sunstrikes around the map. They have global potential with NP and Spectre, so there is still the chance that maybe he does go for that more in the Exort, even though it does look like such a strong Quaswex as the panel talked about too.
We'll see Notel deny himself once more. We'll see which lane he does decide to return to on his respawn.
Oh, he has a lot of items at base he's got to pick up. Notel, all right, which one's he getting? He's getting a bunch of Wraith Bands. Looks like he's going to go to the Drowse lane then.
Okay, returning back to bottom. I guess they feel, yeah, Seb, he's doing fine up here against the two of them. Sure, there is that heal potential between the two members of VP, but Seb, he's still able to CS away very freely. 20 for 6, top of the board, and getting away with it. This solo XP for the Necrophos is going to be the bit of the dream. Mid lane, Jerax, another beautiful Fisher blocking off no one. That's going to set up for the kill on the Invoker. The lane where the CS was pretty even is now going to be set ahead in favor of Topson. There's Jerax making the plays down bottom and in the middle. You know, it's one of his best on the Shaker, and he's certainly showing that he's turning up today. Yeah,
that one was actually perfect. He caught him just completely stuck there. And now Topson, that means he can guarantee himself another rune. Since the rotation was made around that 4-minute mark, it gets a DD. So DD boots, he's now level 5. He could hit level 6 before, like pretty early on, before no one actually has points to maybe in the Wex, and they could make another rotation and dive.
Well, Jerax, he's hovering in that position between that bottom and top lane, seeing where he's going to be needed for a bit of action.
Right now, the first prep is 30 seconds bounty runes, right? That's what's on your mind, so you got to make the decision of where you want to go.
Mid lane, Roger. Oh, TP's in, does get the uphill miss. Topson's actually going to turn. He's got the DD. He's doing a lot of damage. Roger's got to be careful. He has the stick charges. Jerax TP's in, Fisher's out. There's going to be another Sleight of Fist up.
He's stuck again.
In fact, Roger's just stuck. Topson can just walk up, right-clicking with Cold Snaps there, but there's the Sleight of Fist. Topson, can he get himself out? One more right-click. Will it do it? No, Topson survives as the shield procs. It gets that damage block, and they get the kill, and Topson lives.
But Jerax just getting these traps on people. Unbelievable there.
Same time, though, VP were able to punish Seb on his own up top. Oh,
Jerax.
He gets it, but no one dies for it. He walks in, takes the Sleight of Fist from Topson, and he gets hit by the creeps.
Action-packed start. 2-4. Seb also died in the meanwhile. Top, pretty much what we were talking about. You know, he stepped up a bit too far and versus the double disables. Eventually, they were actually able to bring him down. He has farmed a decent amount, though, now. He's 960 HP on Necrophos.
Seb, they're going on him again. See if they can do it a second time. Pasha, looking for the body blocks. They're very nice. The Purifying Flames. Nuke. Seb's trying to hide. He's got the Ghost Shroud. Sunstrike is there, but it's off the mark. Seb, with a fancy footwork, making sure that he doesn't walk in a too obvious position, but it doesn't matter anyway. VP still get the kill. Burrow strikes there from Pasha. A lot of killing potential between these two heroes. We'll see if Seb does return here on his own. At the moment, Jerax is walking top, but that lane proving to be a bit of a death trap for this Necrophos when he's alone.
It's just so much magic damage. Like, he pops his W even for a second, and you see Sandstorm. It's an ability that does, 70 damage per second on top of Oracle's nukes constantly. So, yeah, we were talking about how he has to be a little bit careful of his positioning there. Stepped up a bit too far. So now we see the 2-1-3 points on no one. So he does have now starting to get that point in the Wex.
Oh, quite a difference now between the net worths of those mids with those last few plays.
Yep.
3,200 gold on Topson. It's the 1,900 on no one because of those rotations. Solo, he's going to look to try and fix this. Trying to set up some beauty for no one. He's got the setup onto Topson. The Cold Snap connects, but Topson's 6. He has a Remnant under the tower. He'll get out. Goes for the TP back to base for the quick refuel. With the Remnant placed, and he'll be back up to full. At top lane, as I say, now being backed up by having Jerax in the neighborhood.
Anna's still gonna be a bit under-leveled in it because he's the offlane, but to be honest, look at the net worth. He's 2,600 net worth on an offlane Drow Ranger because of the Shaker. They're looking to try to put some pressure here, though.
Got a TP in from Jerax. Jerax does have a Fisher to try and block a couple of them off. The Purifying Flames, the right clicks, it'll do it. Solo, making the moves from the top lane to the mid, down to the bottom. He's getting mobile across the map.
He was literally on like a warding mission too. He like wards top, walks mid. He was gonna put a ward down. He's like, oh, I don't get the kill. Then he goes bottom, puts the ward down, and actually just finds a natural rotation that works for himself too.
Mid lane Thompson trying to dive in, but this he is going to go with the remnants, but no one. He's got the ghost walk. He's going to be able to walk himself away. Now Thompson could have overextended a little bit. He's got another remnant to jump out towards the side, but the root will hit. He's not able to dodge it with the sleight of fist. Solo's there waiting.
Still on the high ground.
See if he can get the last few spells through required. There is a flame guard out. Thompson, he's got another sleight of fist, but there's 3 heroes surrounding Thompson. Cannot escape. VP. They'll punish Thompson for his over-aggressiveness in the middle lane. Same time down bottom, Anna leads him with the Gust. He's got the backup of No Tell and Zeb. Reaper Cypher's out and down. It's not enough damage to kill him immediately. He does still die, but at least he's not dead for that extra bit of time from the Reapers.
I like that move a lot there by Seb, though. Just recognizing he's like, I don't really want to be top anymore. It's too threatening. I can make this move bottom and slow down the Spectre a bit. But Ramses is going to be back up very soon. You know, it's only 2 seconds, and the Spectre is actually alive already.
And quick moves from both sides. We're seeing it up and down the map. You know, anywhere that VP makes a play, suddenly OG, they're making a move elsewhere. Very, very quick to abuse the fact that one team's been forced into some other lane to react to an aggression. 5 for 5, 8 minutes in.
All right, Drow is now hit the point of Drow Ranger. And first, she's going to get ganked, but has level 6, but the Sunstrike
that'll do it.
Will be enough. Roger actually gets the last.
He does get the last touch out of the Sunstrike Connect, so Roger, he'll be happy with that one. Instant smoke from the 2 supports, Roger and Solo.
It looks like Roger's going to be the one to be trying to build toward that Spirit Vessel for that Necrophos. I was wondering if it was going to be the Invoker, but he's actually just going for more Exor and going just for treads on the Invoker in this type of game.
Solo did head over deep into OG's half of the map. Thompson is going to be there with the chase as well as No-Tail. The slide and a remnant forward. Solo still walking it off. He's got that Purifying Flames heal, helping him out a little bit. It's making Thompson work for it, but Thompson will claim the kill eventually.
So much damage with this Max Light build when you put 4 in it early on.
Let's see if we can do anything more whilst down here. Ramses and Roger in the neighborhood. Thompson feeling confident with the backup of No Tails Abaddon. Same time, look at the top lane. Pasha, Roger, they're wrapping around. They found Jerax. Jerax was hoping to pick up a bit of solo XP, a little bit of farm. He's not going to get it. No one will be able to claim the kill with the Sunstrike. These crucial kills for the Invoker, helping him boost back up after a hard laning stage.
I think this is exactly what VP is going to do. Anybody who shows in the lane, they're going to go for these kills. You know what Drow Ranger's doing in this game right now. You know Drow's just going to be jungling, and you already see what's going on down bottom, so you know there's no way that they can help top.
Yeah, they really want to find Ramses.
But Anna is really putting the pressure on here. Ramses.
Thompson, can he find him? Jerax, he's got the Fisher out. Another dagger's there, though. Ramses is able to get deep enough and far enough away from the Amber Spirit that he will survive. Thompson out of mana. Cannot continue any further. At 10 minutes in, it's a 2K lead for VP, who are getting the slightly better benefit out of the chaos so far.
Yeah, and they're the team with a lot of global presence, so making these moves on the map is going to become easier and easier for them as the game does progress on. With this Invoker, with the Spectre, with this NP, they can definitely look to make moves constantly. And now I believe, Roger, he's pretty close to that level 6. He actually has his tome's coming out. So Wrath of Nature with a Haunt, their fight potential is definitely going to outnumber OG in most situations.
OG's got to be very careful how they go out alone.
Yep.
In situations, as we saw earlier, where Jerax is just trying to find some solo experience, you've got to be careful. So the kill potential from VP is very high. Bottom lane Thompson, Remnants out. No one does TP in, but cannot quite set up for anything solo. Also a little too low on mana to offer anything to the fight. He's got one Purifying Flames heal coming out for the Invoker. There's a quick timing, though. Sand King, Blink Dagger is done. More ways to make the setups happen. Find that initiation and set up for no one to come in with the Sunstrike or a Haunt to follow in and get those sort of setup kills for the position 1s and 2s.
Yeah, now they can actually look to kill Thompson. I think that's the important thing. The only reason Thompson actually died in the last one was because he was so, he overextended really far and they just capitalized on it with so many rotations. But now with Blink on Sand King, they can. But...
he didn't want to try it.
Thompson
was a little too far.
Yeah, I think Thompson saw it for a sec. Someone pinged in on his team.
There's a couple of minutes now where they don't have to worry about the epicenter. Still, though, of course, Pasha can make impactful plays with the Blink Fire Strike and no one. Very nice there. Sunstrike straight down onto No-Tail, who was hoping and praying behind that tower, but he didn't do it hard enough. As no one continues to pick up these kills and is now back on level with the farmer, Thompson's Ember.
Yep, level 9 as well. Already has the point booster if he wants to pick it up after that stretch. So yeah, completely enabled. Ana during all this has been, just quietly farming. Drow also just top 2 net worth, hitting those Ancients. Now we see VP's trying to make the moves.
This is a deep move as well, yeah, behind the tier 2. Solo and Pasha out on the hunt. They know that Drow's going to be jungling. It's what a Drow does. There's the setup, there's the catch. No one, again, these Sunstrikes, he's the one getting that goal, getting involved whilst he's able to hit creeps elsewhere on the map. The dream for the Invoker. As now with that kill, that pick-off, VP can put some pressure onto the tier 1 tower mid. Notel and Jerax are going to be there to try and help out, but on the back, Solo, he's straight in onto Jerax. The Purifying Flame's bringing him down low. The Aphotic Shield from Notel will keep Jerax safe as Jerax, Seb, and Notel surround Solo. Solo still alive, finally falls as they are forced to use the Reaper Cypher upon him. Thompson's going to try and chase down for more, jumps in with a Sleight of Fist change, only connects onto Roger. So Noan and Roger will be able to walk back to safety as a pair. Thompson's still trying to chase. I mean, he's got lots to still fight with. The Aphotic Shield on him, a lot of mana to continue to play with. He's going deep behind the tower. Another Slight. He's looking for that easier kill of the support. He's on top of Roger. The Disarm Deafening Blast knocks back the Ember. Slight won't do it. Roger's able to TP out. Thompson will jump up to the high ground. Doesn't get the kills.
He's really trying to force something because VP, when they ganked that Drow Ranger in the last situation, they used everything, right? They used the MP ult, they used the Spectre ult, they used pretty much all of their tools, and they even had this, they knew the Sanking ulti was used down bottom, so they were trying to punch back in the meantime there. It's actually a bit surprised that VP went for like the dive past the tier 1 there with Solo. But OG unable to really get anything besides that kill, but it's still like very even game. They're keeping up at that top.
Look at all 6 cores in the game. They're pretty much even. Ooh.
Roger just pushed himself through the fissure with that Sprout.
He's out of there. They can't get him anymore. Roger's going to be fine. But yeah, look how close all of the cores are.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane. Bottom lane, they get the jump. Bam, Seb's gone. Now they can definitely look to try and snowball that into more. As now Notel and Jerax have to be on the retreat. Notel, he's the one left behind, surrounded by VP. They'll get another. No, they won't. Notel is able to get the mist coil off. Will deny himself. But still, Seb is dead.
Holy, Seb died so fast. He didn't get the hood active off in time, but they jumped him.
He's tried to come back in here to play around with them. He's got the Remnant. Got to be a little careful. Pasha instantly playing with the blinks. He will dodge the Sunstrike. Thompson? What? Uh-oh. We saw a bit of this Thompson the other day where he goes for those plays that the chance of a payoff is very low, and that was certainly one of them. And indeed, Jerax, he's going to be gone as well. No one takes the tower. They take the kill as well. OG crumbling a little bit there.
You can't give kills like that,
you cannot.
Especially not on your Ember Spirit after having such a good start, right? He was 3-1-1. His last is a little low, but he tried to dive forward for the kill on a solo. Yeah. He put himself in such a dangerous spot.
And he knows the Pasha's there, and he knows the Pasha's got a blink.
I mean, he was right in front of him. Yeah. Like, he was literally just standing right next to him. And even then, he almost got caught by a Sunstrike, too. That was a couple over-aggressive plays there coming out from Thompson. As we see VP, I mean, they're probably feeling pretty good about themselves. No one is pretty much 3 components of that Aghanims already now.
Yeah, this is scary. It's Invoker.
He's gotten away with going the Exort build, too, because he has those Sunstrike setups on the map. He opted to not want to go for that Quaswex, which is it's really cool. And Roger getting closer to that Spirit Vessel that we were talking about. Now, though, they will, at least OG, get themselves a tower, which is much needed right now. They need to get themselves another item onto Seb so he can actually try to survive this burst damage, because the hood was not enough. He needs to get a little bit more and have he needs to have Notel like right next to him when he does get initiated on like that too.
I mean, with the Veil, they can just kill anyone on the map, really.
Yeah.
VP.
So much damage.
So much damage.
Yeah.
And OG need time. They need Anna to get that space, get those items on the drought. And even if he does, VP, they've also got that hard farmer, Spectre, Ramses. He's chilling.
Yeah, they've got the solution, right? They've got the Spectre not only versus the Drow, but also versus the Shaker. You know, when you're playing Shaker versus Spectre, you have to be quite cautioned whenever you do pop, whenever there is a Haunt Pont.
They will find Solo a little far ahead of everyone else on his own. So they'll take the free pick off onto the support. That was a bit of a usage of the smoke, and they won't actually get anything more with it by the looks of it. VP able to play pretty safe. Ramses is alone on this triangle area, but OG aren't going to head that deep. They're still focused around this mid lane, mid-tier 1 tower. See if they can get a jump on anyone behind it. No one.
Lots of vision.
Hidden.
Lots of vision down here. No one is not on the most mana right now. Only 285 on the Invoker. Pasha is set up.
He does have the Epi as well. It's Pasha. He is going to jump forward, doesn't get the connection onto Topson, so Topson will be able to walk this one off. That is the epicenter down on the Sand King. Topson, he's still trying to fight back, gets the chains onto the two of them. Borrowed time going to be popped very early by No-Tail. Can OG get this fight going? Pasha has been separated from the rest of the team with the Fisher, but he's got the Burrow Strike. Gets himself out of safety. Topson commits. The false promise is there for no one. Silence onto the two of them. Reaper Scythe down. That's Solo dead, but now Ramses, he's ready to turn things. Goes on to No-Tail. No-Tail does get the missed coil deny. Anna looking for Ramses, but Pasha's on top of Anna. Deafening Blast from no one. Knocks them back in the middle lane. Jump forward, jump out from Topson. Sleight of Fist. There's two dead now. VP 2 for 2. No one. Can he finish off Topson? Topson, he's still got a chains. Will hold back the Invoker. Rogers here as well to try and help look for the Ember. The Tornado's going to be off the mark. Another slight back in from Topson as he dances around on the edge of the fight. Will just be the two going down on both sides. Well, maybe now more. Jerax, Echo there. Sleight of Fist is set up for by Topson. Sunstrike.
Oh, so close. And they're actually going to be able to get the tower off of this too on this side of OG. It's getting glyphed, but they should be able to get the last hit on this one here. That was the epicenter, of course, off the mark there from VP because they actually think they saw Ramses on the left side with the Spectre, so they started going up on the side of OG. Ana did get jumped on by both the Sand King and the NP, but yeah, they were able to be pretty elusive around the fight inside of like those spells. Like the Deafening Blast and the Meteor didn't really connect on too many. You could see no one was a bit reluctant on throwing some of his spells because, like you said, he was low on mana at the start of the fight, so he was holding his Tornado Cold Snap. It was a little bit tough, and he was so close to Aghanims before the fight. And I think No-Tail also denied himself in the fight too, right?
He did get the denial. So yeah, well,
pretty good fight for OG.
2 for 3 ends up, and yeah, OG only really giving up 1 kill. It's the kill on the Drow, but they do get those 2 core kills from VP, both the Sand King and the Spectre going down in that engagement.
Yeah, look at that. They killed Solo twice, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Because he was straight back in.
Yep.
But still, overall, it's a 1K lead for VP. Very close game, 17 minutes in.
Yeah, this mid-game timing now for the Necrophos, we were talking about, he gets this next item, that's where they're going to be able to group around him a bit more. He's going to have the mech. So that's going to be a bit of a difference maker when you look at the side of VP. They don't have a mech carrier for this game. Unless they want to build it on like the NP or something, or the Sand King in some later stages, which I don't think will be the case. They're not going to have that matching healing component that OG will have inside the team fights, be it the pipe and the mech or just the mech.
And who's building the Spirit Vessel this game for VP?
It was Roger. He had the urn
He's got
a while
the urn
ago.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very close.
Got it finished.
He's got it. So yeah, Spirit Vessel is going to be there for the next fight. So I'm just going to do a lot against these heroes with the Necrophos.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the Greaves just yet, so he's going to be about 1,800 gold away from that one. So definitely will be susceptible to getting vesseled up in those engagements. There's no one. Yeah, he's going to have Ags finished now too.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's still big momentum swing there for OG though in that fight, getting themselves that very crucial mid tower out of it all too, and getting nice deep vision too. They got both of these wards down before that fight happened, which allowed them to kind of like play around how they could take the fight.
I mean, if you are Jerax this game, because as you say, it's a hard game to sort of play the Blink Shaker with the Haunt and sort of the global potential in mind, do you sort of prioritize the Aghanims a little? I know he has got the Blink still queued up. You think it's, even though there's these spells in the game, you do still go for the Blink. It's just going to be not as smooth and easy of a game to execute the big plays.
Yeah, if you're going for Ags, it delays it way too much. That's literally going to almost double the time that you're going to be waiting for it. I think Blink Dagger's just way too just one. Yeah. He can still go for his plays, like he can still blink before the damage comes out. Top.
There's another one. Pashes in. And of course, any sort of lead in from the Sand King will be followed up by that Sunstrike. At this stage of the game, there's no one tanky enough on OG that won't die to that combo.
Yeah, the Veil pickup is really working out. Just being able to, that little bit extra of amplification is really making the difference to burst the Necro before he gets anything off. Because he's dying in the one stun. If he lives the stun, he gets off his Ghost Shroud. He gets off absolutely everything.
You need that Veil. Yeah, smart itemization from Pasha.
Yeah. But yeah, Jerax can, you can play around the Haunt. You can carry a smoke, if he doesn't have Radiance, you can smoke and you can always avoid the damage coming out from the Spectre Haunt, but yeah. We see a smoke actually coming out from OG in the meantime too, and it's actually spotted by VP on that ward that they placed.
And no one throws a quick meatball out to try and clear the wave. They will use the fortification to keep that wave alive, so they can try and at least attempt to make a play around this push of the creeps. But as you say, VP unlikely to fall foul to any of this movement from OG.
Okay, so it is going to be Roger, the one who's trying to match a little bit. He's going to be going for a pipe, at least for his team.
They move to Roche, but no one. He knows what they're up to. Another Sunstrike gives away the info.
Epi down for 30, but everything else is available for VP.
Yeah, they should still be able to contest this VP.
Yeah.
They're not going to let OG get away with this, and OG know that. OG already getting out of the pit. They're going to try and find kills outside of it. Solo does have to false promise himself. Gust is out, as well as the Fisher. Thompson's on top of him. They're looking for this Oracle. Pasha jumps in with a burrow strike on towards Thompson. Horn being used as well. They've lost Solo. Can VP turn this around at all? Ramsey's on the front line, hitting instead of No-Tail. The Sunstrike down onto Ana. It's a lot of damage. The Drow very, very low. Another Gust onto Ramses. He hasn't got the dagger anyway for another 7 seconds on the Spectre. Is now VP starting to back up a little bit. No one comes in with a Deafening Blast. Meatball onto the Necrophos, but Thompson, the change, the Reaper Cypher was still there, and Seb uses it to get that big kill. No one down for 70 seconds as OG take the fight.
I mean, I've seen OG do that play before, right? You go into the Roche pit, you smoke, and you just run at them. You can see that VP Solo literally like walked through heroes, and he was like, oh my god, they're already on top of me. He instantly had to panic ult himself.
I mean, it's a long time being dead with that Reaper stuff. He does have buyback. Is there a bit of no one that says, I kind of want to get back into this, or does he just have to sit at the sidelines for the minute?
They have the epicenter. You can see Pasha's trying to set up.
I feel like they could try for something here, but it looks like VP, they're going to concede the Roche. They're going to let it happen. They're not going to try and contest it, and Thompson will pick up that Aegis.
Heads up play there by OG. Yeah, just recognizing that they know, they have so many ways of getting vision in the pit. That's just a great way to change the situation that could have been pretty painful for them. And now Pasha does have the epicenter ready available again, but they are going to be playing versus an Aegis. Looks like Jerax will be the one who tanks that epi.
There we go. Pasha's in. Obviously no Sunstrikers, the Invoker's dead, but it's not needed. With the help of Roger's global potential, they get the kill.
Spends his gold anyway, too. Gets the blink.
And that can always be, sort of that you killed me, but do you expect me to respawn with a blink dagger play? If you can make a play now, it could definitely catch VP off guard, as they're going to assume they just killed you. You're not going to have the money for blink, but he did.
Yeah, he's level 10. He has a tome. He's going to be approaching 12 soon on the Shaker, too. So, they're better cooldown on your Echo if he does hit 12 soon. And he does have, Blink and Echo Slam up for the next fight.
In the jungle, OG trying to have a poke around with VP. VP will be sure to answer this. They come forward. Manta from Ramses removing the silence. The stun out onto two of them. Ramses is on top of Ana. Ana trying his best to retreat. Seb with the Ghost Shroud looking to slow them down, block them off. Deafening Blast connects onto the Drow Ranger. Can they finally kill him? Jerax in. Echo onto two. Shuts down both the Nature's Prophet and the Sand King. Sand King will survive as he's able to get away. Ana still lives. Turns around. They take down a third. Double kill for Ana. OG able to take the fight deep in VP's jungle, as VP cannot get the kills.
The heals. Necrophos with Greaves plus an Abaddon. Look at this. Alno's back in full health. They just did not have enough damage to burst through. And look how much damage the Necrophos is able to do in the fight, because he gets, not like entirely ignored, but they're focusing so much on trying to kill the Drow Ranger afterwards that, Seb gets everything off.
And that was pretty much sort of the Shaker play that we were talking about. I don't think VP expected Jerax to come back in with the Echo, but bam, there he is with it. With the Blink, and he's got it, and he's in, and suddenly the fight it's a shambles for VP. Now OG, they'll take the tier 2 tower down bottom, see if they can push for anything more down here, as they now start to sort of get the game in their hands. It's a 2K lead. It's still very close. One failed push could certainly swing it back in VP's way. We'll see if VP can hold.
They keep finding Solo is the big thing. Look at this again. Thompson jumps in forwards, finds the Oracle.
Immediately going for the backlines, and he has got him. The Gust is there. There's the Reaper Cypher, and that's going to be Solo gone. 60 seconds, no buyback on the Oracle. Deep below Thompson. A Photic Shield from No-Tail will remove the stun. They'll turn towards Ramses. Ramses, he's jumped on by Jerax. The Spectre now dead as well. Pasha does get in. He's got them incredibly low. Thompson, one more slide, another miss coil. He's fine to keep going. He's just running straight in. The Fisher from Jerax catches out Pasha. Pasha's dead as well. OG pick up 3 more kills. They're just going to call it. VP's out. GG. They take this game 1 OG in a flash. 23 minutes in. A game that was